Marshall never fails to come out with sleek, stylish products, and the Marshall Motif ANC is no different. Hey guys, we have the Marshall Motif ANC earbuds with us today, and boy, do they look good. Before we get into the review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. So, let's talk design first. You get a plastic case that's covered with a pebbled leather texture and the Marshall logo where the lid meets the case. The Marshall logo is set above a mesh grille texture that's very reminiscent of Marshall's amps, which is a nice touch. There's also an LED indicator as well as a pairing button under that. There's a USB-C port on the bottom of the case, although there's also wireless charging here, which is very nice. Inside, you get the earbuds. They're definitely quite interesting, with a knurled diamond texture on the stems that kind of reinforces that mesh design, and it also helps with grip, which is great since the stems aren't like really big either. Comfort-wise, they're pretty decent. I would say that most people won't have an issue with them, and I can wear them for hours on end as well. You get the Marshall Bluetooth app with these, and it's pretty thorough. There are individual battery levels for the earbuds, the ANC transparency toggle, an EQ feature that's somewhat limited, and the ability to customize what a long press does for the earbuds. It's either just toggling ANC or transparency, switching between EQ presets, pulling up the voice assistant, or turned off. As for touch controls, they're pretty much the same across both sides. A single tap for play pause, a double tap to skip forward, and a triple tap to skip backwards. There's also in-ear detection, and it's surprisingly responsive, which is nice. Marshall has included ANC in these, although it's actually not that effective. Wearing these on public transport, I could hear the train announcer incredibly clearly, even though other earbuds would probably have muffled it a little bit. That being said, the train rumble was reduced though, so it's probably just a problem with higher pitched noises like female voices and the likes. It works fine for dampening the rumble of a car's engine though, so it's something to take note of if you take a lot of ride-sharing services. There's Bluetooth 5.2 on these, which is nice, and connection is pretty solid. Unfortunately, these only pair to one device at a time, so if you want to change what device you're paired to, you have to constantly, repair them with the pairing button. There is SBC and AAC, although there is no aptX, which is a bit of a shame. As for battery life, it's honestly not that great. You get 4.5 hours with ANC on, and this goes up to 6 hours with ANC off. You get a total of 20 hours with ANC on, or 26 hours with ANC off when you include the case. 4.5 hours really is at the lower end of the spectrum nowadays because a lot of other earbuds provide 6 or even 8 hours with ANC on. This is something that I would definitely like Marshall to kind of improve on in their next generation of earbuds. There's IPX5 water resistance on the earbuds and an IPX4 water resistance rating on the case, which is nice because you typically don't get a rating on the case. With how snugly these sit in the ear, I think they would probably be really decent for runs or exercise. As for mic quality, well, you probably won't want to buy these for calls. I did get a few complaints that my voice was muffled with cut-out words from time to time. Indoors, it's probably still okay, but outdoors, not so much. Sound quality though is pretty good. You get a pretty good amount of bass, but what's really nice is how crisp the mids and highs are. There's plenty of detail and clarity, and vocals are definitely more forward, and there's a nice brightness and energy to the highs. The soundstage is okay, if a smidge narrow, but layering and accuracy is quite good. At 349 Singapore dollars or 199 US dollars, these aren't really affordable. In fact, I would say that the $349 price tag is a bit much. If you really like the design and the sound, then by all means, but personally, I probably would only be willing to pay up to around 269 Singapore dollars for these, purely because of the subpar battery life and the average ANC. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Marshall Motif ANC earbuds. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to us and like this video. Till next one, see you guys!